Right, everyone. WeaponCollector here. Right, I had no intention to stream this tonight, but while I was watching Liam's stream, and his stream kept going down, and I thought he might not be on for very long, so I said I would do one later so that the people who have missed out on that could watch this. But he managed to do it anyway, so yeah. Yeah, I'll be back to normal videos now. So tomorrow I'll put a video on. I will stream Friday and Saturday, normal time. Normally I'd be doing a game stream tonight, but partly due to what I just mentioned, and also I've already played that game today, I thought I'd just do a normal live stream tonight. So while I'm here, I'll just mention it. If anyone ever wanted to support me, I've got a Patreon account, and I've actually had 2 new people on there recently, which you'll see their names come up in a minute on there. David, Craig, and Ty. So thank you, you two, if you're watching. I appreciate that. Yeah, you can join that for $1 a month. So not a lot, it's a 79p a month. You know what I mean? It all adds up though. Helps me buy some of the stuff that I do tests on because I don't have ad money, so I can't actually buy it myself. Not easily anyway. There's merchandise, which I've just added some new stuff on. Actually, I've added so that's one of my that's my mug. I've got this T-shirt, and I've just added Everybody Loves a Bit of Bottom T-shirt, and a fucking great big tapestry as big as my gunboard of my gunboard. So if you want my gunboard in your room, you can now. So also, if my gunboard ever gets taken away, I can put a fucking tapestry up there myself. So yeah, and there's affiliate links if you want to do those. eBay, Amazon, GearBest links. If you shop at those websites, use my links in any of my videos to go to those websites, buy whatever you want, and I get a percentage of what you spend at no added cost to you. So you can support me that way just by shopping, and that one massively does help me actually. All right, just go over to the control room now. Yeah, so I hope you're all right. I'll let you know when I can see you. See who's on. Looks like it's just John, Nell, Krylon. You right? Looks like the notification ain't gone out, so I must have just talking to you free then. Just us free at the minute, is it, or is it just because the fucking slow mode's on? So I'll tell you what, as the I'll take the slow mode off for now, as there's no one else on. So just give me a second. No point us having 45 seconds between fucking comments, is there? Right, there you go. And hey, Chen, you right, mate? Yeah, so we should be able to chat a bit quicker now. Yeah, maybe the notification ain't gone out. It doesn't matter anyway. It'll probably send out soon. All right, Eric, that's good to see you on, mate. Yeah, I don't normally do. What day is it even today? Tuesday? Yeah, I don't normally do streams on a Tuesday, but I just thought people mentioned it last time, seemed to really enjoy it, so I thought I'd do another one. Yeah, good to see you on, Eric. My shooting competition's coming up soon. I don't know if you've ever seen that, Eric, but seeing as you're doing knife throwing at the minute, you could join in. I don't know if you have other things, but see, Electro, he joins in with his cannons, which I let him, even though I can't do a cannon. But what I was going to say, Eric, if you want to do my shooting competition, you can join in with throwing knives if you want. But although I call it a shooting competition, it's literally any projectile, anything that goes across the air, I suppose. So I have used throwing knives in it, and it made me think, as you've been doing knife throwing recently, we could probably do that if you wanted to. I don't know if you've ever seen them, have you, Eric? So did I say hello to everyone? John said, Mike, live on a Tuesday. Time to hit the bunker. That's it. Yeah, Nell, you're right. Krylon, hey, Chen. John said, did you see how much I let someone polish the W49? I saw the last picture you sent me, John. I don't know if you added any more to that, had you? Eric said, nice, I'm in. Yeah, it's the 3rd year I've done it now, Eric. So, yeah, well, this will be the 3rd year, and I should be starting it in about a week. But I'll do the video to explain it all. what it just consists of is you basically film 3 rounds of throwing at a target, 3 rounds of the knives hitting the target, if you know what I mean. I'll explain it all in the video anyway. And then you just you upload them privately, and then I rip them off of your YouTube, and I put them as a video on mine. So it'll be like me throwing knives, and it'll be your clips of you throwing knives. You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't know if you've ever seen any, but when it comes to it, I'll explain all that properly anyway. Yeah, when I saw you doing your knife throwing, I thought, Eric, you could join in with that then. John said I need to string my bow and sight my rifle in. That's it, John. Yeah, definitely, mate. Yeah, it's coming up. If I start it when I'm supposed to, should actually be starting in a week. The shooting competition. I may leave it a little bit longer, but yeah, what I'm going to do this year is what anyone else uses. I'm going to try to match it as closely as possible. Now, I don't care if Electro is the only one who's ever joined in with firearms, and then I never used his footage anyway because he couldn't film it quite right the first time. Like the Canon, I love him using the Canon. I think it's excellent. But no, firearms are fine, John. It's just I won't be able to match them fully. So yeah, you're 100% fine to use anything you want, but I could only match it with probably an air rifle. But feel free, you could use, what I would do if you used a rifle, a bullet rifle, I would use an air rifle. If you used a pistol, I would use one of my pistols. You know, that's as good as I could do to match. But no, that's fine. Yeah, no, anyone can use anything they want. That's why Electro uses the Canon. Luke, if I didn't say hello, you're right, mate. Zed, you're right. Weapons and stuff, right. Liam, prep for it. Richard, you're right. Eric says, sounds fun. I'll make sure and check it out and keep an eye out for the new video. Yeah, there should be. I've got a playlist for the very first time I did it. The second one, I've not put the playlist on my channel yet. But yeah, it's a good laugh. Quite a few people join in. But what I used to do before, I used to do it completely random. So I would pick something before I knew what I was going up against. But it would mean sometimes it would come up with like throwing knives versus crossbow or something like that. Which it's all right. But this year I'm going to try to match what the other people use. Doesn't guarantee I'll be able to match it properly. But yeah. John said I'll have to use my bow at least. Yeah, definitely, John, because I can definitely replicate that. You can use anything you want. So you could use a spear if you want. As long as it's something that flies through the air, you can use it. So throwing knives, catapult, spear, air guns, air rifles, BB guns, bullet rifles, shotgun, cannon, fucking trebuchet. Someone said they was going to join in with a trebuchet once, but they never got around to it in the end. Crossbows, obviously. Pistol crossbows, rifle crossbows. Throwing axes if you wanted to. Anything that you could chuck into a target, basically. Weapons, I've said. Just a warning, my PC has crashed again since the stream. So if I suddenly stop talking, you know why. All right, mate. Good job you're getting a new one soon, isn't it? Nell's just saying hello to Liam there. Johnson, I can't promise. I have a oh, you can't promise you have a place to shoot your Marlin. But yeah. Yeah, you can use absolutely anything you want. Aaron, you right, mate? I didn't say hello. I know you think you've only just joined, didn't you? What's that? Oh yeah, because hate. Look, just above there's HN. Now there's RN on. You right, mate? John said bow, slingshot, air pistol, airsoft pistol, all I can do here. So yeah, that's perfect, John. You can join in twice if you want. Or yeah, pick which one you want to do the most. You know, say if someone acts, you know, it's first come, first serve as well. So if someone else comes up with a bow first, you can still use a bow. And I don't mind doing a bow again. Or you could say, oh, they've used a bow, I'll do a slingshot with Mike. But yeah, anything. If it goes through the air and you can hit a target with it, you can use it in it. T2 and Tim, you're right. Sometimes I reckon it may be the heat though, as my room's a heater. It could be, because I used to have that same exact thing, Liam, with a fucking laptop that used to do that. And in the end, I had to make a fan thing to sit it on. What I got was a little, I know you can't do this with your computer, but I actually got a little fan about that big, put it in a box, cut a hole, put it in a box, and then would stick the laptop on top of it. It was only worth to keep the fucking thing on. Urban Combat Boots, right, mate? I watched your video today. Don said I may chuck a brick for shits and giggles. Hey, give it a go. I don't know how we'd score that though, if it's making holes bigger than the target, but you could do that if you wanted to. Richard said, you and I, Mike, can do 3 rounds of shooting competition, one with a bow, crossbow, and arrow at 10 meters. Yeah, that's definitely Rich. That sounds good, actually. Well, in one thing, do you mean, or 3 different goes? But yeah, I'm up for anything. And the things I can't compete with, that's fine by me. You know what I mean? You know, someone's just mentioned the trebuchet again, now the bazooka. But honestly, you could use those if you wanted to. Electro uses his cannon, and it's great when he does, because his cannon fucking shoots the target to pieces. He even stuck 6 targets on once and still shot them all into fucking like confetti. But that's what makes it funny. You know what I mean? I don't even know how to score it. I think I just scored him the total points in one thing. It was 0 or all of it. Right, where am I? Krylon says slingshot rifle. Yes, I may have to make one for that though. Timbo, you right, mate? He said, like the idea of trebuchet. Yeah, it'd be good, wouldn't it? Mate, you who mentioned that, he never got round to it in the end, sadly. But that would have been good if he'd have done it. Just going to put the slow mode on for a bit. Now it is. I'll struggle to keep up. Just keeping up at the minute. I'll probably be on till half 11, by the way. He said half 10 and then realised it's already 10. Dumble Sour Boo. All right, mate. Hi, Mike. Just sent you a message. I don't know if you have mentioned what was on the news today about that air rifle. You know what? I've not even heard about that. Oh, no, oh, no. Yes, I have heard. Yeah. You know what's saying that? I heard that a couple of times. It went straight over my head. Yeah, I imagine what's coming up with that then, that'll be the end of our air rifles now, wouldn't it? Yeah, I think a man, did he accidentally kill his own 6-year-old grandson today or something with an air rifle or something? Terrible. Prep for it said a DIY bazooka would be cool and fun at parties. You're right, mate, by the way. Daniel, you're right. Nelson, I'm good at throwing tins of beans. You know what? If you can hit a target, I've got a big target. If you wanted to do that now, you could. I'll have a new knife review on my channel. I'll check that out in a minute, mate. Right. Where am I? I'll just go on to your channel there, RM. Don said I'll clear the bow and slingshot range tomorrow. Yeah, the shooting competition last time went right up till Christmas, so you've got a lot of time to no rush. You know what I mean? And it's first come, first served, basically. Whoever emails me first, I reply to them, and whoever gets their footage back to me first gets to be the first one on there. So yeah, it don't matter who. And you don't have to be in a rush. As I said, I think the last year's one, it went right up till nearly Christmas time. I was still doing them. But yeah, you can join in with anything you want, as long as it sends something through the air, if you know what I mean. Luke said to Jumble Cell Boo, I think I saw that granddad and his grandson. Ryan, you're right, mate. Pete, you're right. Just talking about the shooting competition. You joining in that this year? RN said I did a review on the Ontario Survival MOD knife, standard issue for the US Air Force. I'll check that out, mate. I've just opened your channel. Jumble Cell Boo said that, Luke. Yes, mate. That was an illegal air rifle boosted over sub 12 pounds without a firearms license. Crossed fingers, it won't affect anything. Just bought 2 air rifles myself. You never know, because really that bloke was breaking the law, so it shouldn't really affect us law-abiding people, but it normally does, doesn't it? Riggs. Liam, you right, mate? He said, if someone was to break into your house in the middle of the night, what's the first weapon you'd grab? Whatever was next to me. I don't like going too much into that, just in case it ever happens. Then it'd be premeditated, wouldn't it, if they ever found these videos? T2 said definitely the end of air guns without a license after seeing that on the news earlier. Yeah, I've only heard, I hadn't actually had the news on today, but I had Radio 4 on, Radio 4 Extra, and I heard it a couple of times. Are they making, it's a big thing, but are they making a big thing of it? Do you know what I mean? Nah, it's all good, Liam. I get paranoid about saying certain things just in case. But no, it's a good question. If I just get paranoid about answering certain things. T2 said, read that. Pretford said, AWC, could you do an atlatl? It has some penetrating power as an arrow shot from a 50-pound, the same arrow power as an arrow shot from a 50-pound draw longbow. Hunting a target range is typically 10 to 30 yards, but the record is 848 feet. You know what, Pretford? I know of atlatls and all that, but I've never ever done one. I'll have to do one of them then. Yep, yeah. If anyone wanted to use an atlatl for the shooting competition, they could. John said, I'll upload them. I'll link them, though. Firearms will be later this year. All right, John. Yeah, don't do it until I'm ready, but I'll sort the video out so everyone knows what to do. You know what I mean? Because you need to film certain bits for me and get certain targets if you can. Pete said he's definitely joining in. Liam said, sorry, mate. I know what you mean. John said, I've got a double bit axe that's going to be swinging for a bow knife. Nice. Noodles, you right, mate? Sailor short, all right? Is it all right, mate? Pressure off after the weekend. Yeah. I'll tell you what, brilliant weekend I had. Because at my sister's wedding, it was great. Did you see the picture of me? If you look on my community tab, you'll see me and Malcolm in top hat and fucking tails. Yeah. Liam said, I agree with you. Eyes and ears everywhere. That's it. He said, fuck's sake. Less of that shit, please. Don't take my air guns. That's it, innit? That's the only license I would get, you know. Yeah, or crossbows as well. But if you had to get an air rifle license, I would get that. Because hopefully it would be the same as what they do in Scotland. And I think in Scotland you pretty much just buy the license and that's it. No one checks anything. You can have as many as you want. You know what I mean? If it's like that, I'll do it. It'd be a fucking bastard having to do it though, wouldn't it? Don said he's got a 50, 60 pound longbow. I've got a longbow, about 30, 40 pound longbow. I would probably, I'll see. You know, I could use the longbow against a longbow, and if someone uses a compound, use a compound. Richard said, if we have to have a license for air guns, I might as well get an FAC firearms certificate. I know a farmer only a few miles from me. See if he'd give me permission to shoot on his land. Yeah, that's it. Well, if the air rifle licenses are like a firearms certificate or a shotgun one, you might as well. But hopefully they're not. Hopefully it'll just be buy it and that's the end of it. No checking, no safes, no nothing like that. If it's like that, then it'd be all right. That's what I read it was like anyway. But then I may have read the wrong thing because I'm pretty sure I remember someone saying that wasn't the case. Jumper Sabu said, Mike, I read Warwick Davis was pickpocketed in London today. Just don't know how anyone could stoop so low. I think you hadn't been on one of my game streams. We had a whole fucking game stream talking about fucking Warwick Davis once. Because Liam was saying about he was trying to sue people on Reddit or 4chan or something for taking the piss out of him. T2 said, Liam, I would send my staffy as my first line of defence. The next I can't say. That's it, innit, mate? John said, Mike can confirm I've got a big ass bow. Oh, yeah, I saw it today, didn't I? Yeah. Sorry, John. Yeah, I've completely forgot about that. I actually saw it today, didn't I? Liam said, do you have any pre-charged arrows? No. The closest thing I've got to a pre-charge is like a pump-up one. Pump it up about 6 or 12 times, I think. But that's broken at the minute. Did I say to you, like, I've got some new merchandise. I've got the Everybody Loves a Bit of Bottom T-shirts out now. And I've done a mural or a tapestry about as big as that gunboard of the gunboard. So if you would like a WeaponCollector gunboard in your house, buy the tapestry. Quite expensive for what it is, but it's about as big as that. Yeah. So if mine ever gets took away, I can put it. I'll put the fucking tapestry up there. It looks exactly the same. Where am I? Jed said at least we're not as badly off as the air guns are as the Germans. Their limit is 7 foot-pounds. Yeah, that'd be terrible, wouldn't it? It'd be like air rifles, not just over the power of a pistol, wouldn't it? Oh, 7 joules is it, Sailor? I never know what joules is compared to 12 foot-pounds. Is it about the same? You want to look up slingshot challenge airboat? Yeah. Luke says jumps airboat. Always criminals or idiots that ruin the fun for everyone else. Who follows the law whilst continuing to break it themselves. Yeah, because I must admit that bloke must have been he's a fucking criminal and a fucking idiot. The bloke who, because he must be a fucking. How'd you accidentally shoot someone? Fuck, it's terrible, isn't it? Shoot a fucking 6-year-old or something, wasn't it? With a fucking overpowered air rifle. Peach, I nearly read that wrong. He said he's got a really dig bick. Jumpstar said the law is that 12 foot-pound air rifles should be locked away, either in a safe or a locked room. Bloody stupid if you ask me. John said I'm 5'7", and it comes up top to my mouth and stiff. Zed said the answer to people saying air guns are deadly is to ask, why don't the drug gangs use them as the kitchen knives? Yeah, that's it, innit? Being for 12 foot-pounds is legal limit on air rifles and 6 on pistols. That's it. That's a saying, sure. What's the difference? No, I must admit, Zed, I don't know the difference between joules and how much joules is compared to 12, to foot-pounds either. But funny thing is, I looked it up recently. It may, I think, I may be wrong, but someone did mention this before, and it may be. No, I can't remember what it was. I think it was an American mentioning it. But the funny thing is, the thing they mentioned about there in joules, when I looked it up, it was the same as our foot-pounds, as in what they said was, say, 7 joules was 12 foot-pounds sort of thing. But I may be completely wrong about that. Pete said, "Lol, you get kids ask, are those real guns?" I wonder how the boy died 2 days later. He was shot in the abdomen. Pete said, how can you tell the power of your air pistol and rifles? Just with a fucking chronograph, innit? Whatever it is. Is that what they're called? But the thing is, I don't think people should be, unless you illegally, buy one deliberately. That's hard to explain, but I don't think you'd go to a shop, buy a brand new air rifle, and it'd be like 16 foot-pounds accidentally. Do you know what I mean? You can get 12.2, 12.5, say, when they're new. You know what I mean? And that could be an accident, because I know people that's happened to. It all depends how powerful the air rifle was. But I don't think you'd accidentally get like a 16 foot-pound air rifle. You know what I mean? Because I know, how do you check it? If you don't have a chronograph, how would you fucking know? And I don't think people who buy them should know. I think if you buy your guns new or whatever from a reputable shop, it should be down to those people who own the shop to check those guns and not be selling you overpower air rifles. Because that's another thing I know personally of people buying guns from a gun shop and then later on finding out those guns was overpower. Well, why haven't that gun shop then been arrested for selling people firearms? But they didn't. Liam said, check the power, you need a chronograph and a pellet weight and a mathematic formula. Liam said, pellet choice will make a difference. That's it, Liam. Noah said, if you could choose one weapon to marry, what would it be? To marry? I don't know. I wouldn't marry any weapon. I said, well, I accidentally bought a 50-60 pound draw longbow. Pete said, yeah, true. Yeah, that thing about, I don't know, it's Dumble said, but you can get over 20 foot-pound on any new sub 12 foot-pound rifle for the first 3 or so shots due to it dieseling from the oil in the barrel. Most suppliers test the gun first to make sure it's not diesel. But you know what I mean, though. If someone, I can't talk about it anymore anyway. Very sure. So okay, depends on the weight of the pellet, but yes, on the conversion, it is 6 to 7 foot-pound meters per second. Liam said most come just under 12 foot-pound. Pete said I got one of those pistol cases today, like one behind you. What's inside that? I got someone noticed, Pete. Something fucking expensive. Go straight on eBay soon. After I've done a video on it. I won't mind keeping this case actually. Oh, fucking hell, it fell over there. Right, so nice. Can you read it? Have a look. Oh, yeah, you can. Javelot Pro kit. Go and have a look how much the Javelot Pro. Make sure it's the Pro. Go and have a look how much the Javelot Pro is on the Olight website. Generally said I just checked 7 joules is just over 5 foot-pounds. Oh, that's not a lot then, is it? Brooke said, hi, I'm Josh. Do you have a repeater? Yeah, I got repeaters. Hello, Josh, by the way. Pocket full, you right, mate? Yeah, I got, well, some of my air pistols are repeaters. That one there, right on the end there, is a 32-shot repeater. Semi-automatic. See you later, Lynn. Come on, who's having... Yeah, did you have a look, Pete? Yeah, 250 quid. Fucking mental, isn't it? Tell you what, lovely though. So it comes with different lenses, mounts on your gun and all that. Yeah, very, very nice. I'll do a review of that soon. That's what that is for. Yeah, I thought that, Pete. I reckon it must... the pictures, it looked thicker. And if that was thicker, that'd be a good self-defense. It's not bad, but yeah, it's quite thin. It's not much thicker than an 18650. Fucking boiling tonight. Pocketfuls, you alright, mate? If I didn't say hello. Pocketfuls did the HW pistols takes I'm beating. Yeah, I did have the HW 45, is it? Is that the one? Brooke said my dad has one, it's a golden boy. Pete said damn thin handle on that, a bit pig hunters by them. I'll do a review soon, but yeah, tell you what, fucking nice though, Pete. Double Taboo said, Mike, seen films lately? That Alita Battle Angel was pretty good. Not normally my kind of thing, but it's pretty good, being futuristic with dark humour. I've not seen that. I would like to see that. I've actually got on my computer there's a manga version of that. They was going to do, I think they was going to do a whole series of it, and they did a pilot of it years ago in the 80s. I've got, yeah, I think that one's because I think the name really should be Battle Angel Alita, but for some reason they did the film Alita Battle Angel. Yeah, Battle Angel Alita. Yeah, I've got a manga of the original 45-minute 1980s pilot, which I want to watch. And when I watch that, I'll watch the film. No, the only film I watched the film last night, Fire in the Sky, that alien abduction film. I thought that was pretty good. B2 said, what feet per second would you expect from an air pistol? Do you know what, T2? I don't really know. I know nothing about like feet per second of guns. I've only ever known foot-pounds, but that can vary. 177 has more feet per second than 22, doesn't it? Boatfield said, looks like a torch around times. It does a bit, doesn't it? JBO, you right, mate? Jim? Sure, okay, Zed. It's 5.7 joules, just a touch more, but pistols have the same limit. Brooke said, do you have any videos of you shooting them? Yeah. I got videos of me shooting. Oh, actually saying that, not of that I haven't. I've never done a video on that Daisy 32-shot repeater because it never shoots properly. But yeah, I've got videos of me shooting things. Urban Combat Boots said I was going to get an Olight. for some urbex, but what's that? Fuck all to explore around it. Oh, urban exploration. Yeah. I'll tell you what though, urban. If you ever want like, let me know. I've got some other ones if you still want one. Yeah, same around here. It's fuck all to look at if you wanted to do urban exploration. So I downloaded a new Pet Cemetery today. Not seen it, but meant to be decent. Yeah, I've not seen that. I would watch it, and I will watch it. I haven't yet though. That said, a mate of mine bought an 8-shot PCP air rifle. Can't remember the make. Second hand with a bipod and a good scope. Cost him hundreds. It did. He used it 6 times. Fuck's sake. Typical, isn't it? Bing, right, mate. He said, Mike, I swear I'm always late to your streams. I did plan to get on to start, but something came up. Going back to films from your last stream, have you watched American History X? Yeah, I've watched that. Yeah, I don't have that on DVD, though. I never got around to buying that on DVD. I've got an old VHS of it. But yeah, I've seen that. Yeah, it's quite a good film, isn't it? Iron Man said, I'm the daddy. Right, mate, by the way. Monkfield said, Fire in the Sky. I thought that was quite scary. Freaked me out a bit. Quite realistic. Yeah, good film, isn't it? I'd never seen it. I was on Reddit about a month ago, and they was going on about graphic eye scenes. Graphic horror eye scenes. So horror scenes involving eyes. And that was one of the scenes someone said about. And I watched that clip and then decided to watch the whole film. It's good, isn't it? I like that it's based on a true story. Not that I believe they was actually abducted, but I believe they say they were. It'd be interesting to know whether they was lying or not. You know, I think they were, but you know what I mean? But yeah, it's a good film, isn't it? Someone says, I'm depressed, need a new knife to cheer me up. What are you going to get? Brooke said you should shoot the repeater. All right, look. Yeah, I don't normally stream tonight. And Beth, if she's on, she's watching as well. Yeah, I don't normally stream tonight, but I'm normally on Twitch, so I don't know. Just fuck it. I've already been playing that fucking game today, so. Where am I? Dave Shaw said, righto, I'm off now. 11:30 over here. And piss poor Weapon Germany. Good night, Dave Shaw. Jump Sarbo said, American History X, a similar scene with Avengement. With curbing. Ah, right. You know, yeah. Pretty sure I may have grown my goatee beard after watching American History X, you know. Yeah. You have to look up when did American History X come out? Have a look, and then I'll work it out. Dad said, anyone seen the remake of Total Recall? I watched it for half an hour. That's enough for me. Zed, that's one of those films I would refuse to watch. Yeah, there's certain remakes I would refuse to watch. I would never watch the Assault on Precinct 13 remake, the Total Recall remake. I would have never watched the Fog remake, but I bought it on UMD, you know, the disc for the PSP. But yeah, that was so shit, it was fucking unwatchable. T2 said, been watching a lot of British short horror films on YouTube. Some are horrendous, but some are actually really okay. Nice. Any famous people doing them, or is it just sort of random ones, T2? Luke said, Beth's working at the moment, but we'll be home shortly. I thought I'd say like after she said she'd been watching the, you know, YouTube watching videos every now and then, didn't you? Bing said to JBO, good mate, keep up with your videos. And I watched a few re-uploads, which you mentioned was because of the horrible comments about your weight. Fuck 'em, mate. You keep being you. That's exactly it. That's exactly it, Bing. Yeah, I 100% agree with you there. Yeah. Urban Combat Boost said American History X was released in 1990. It could have been then. I reckon it probably was. You would have been 18 then. Yeah, and about 18, I did have a little. It wouldn't have looked like this. I couldn't quite grow a proper goatee then. But yeah, I definitely did have one then. I'm pretty sure it was because it wasn't in Romper Stomper. No one has a goatee beard in that, do they? But the short hair, you know, the shaved head and the goatee, I don't think that was very common until American History X. I said, sorry, back now. I had to fix the annoying printing error from my mum. JBO said, thanks, really appreciated. But yeah, you know, you whack them fucking videos on, Jim. You know what I mean? And all I would say, just fucking, any fucking pricks who come on, just delete and block them. Just don't even bother replying to them. Because them sort of cunts don't even deserve a fucking, they don't even deserve anything. You know what I mean? Nell said, too right, Bing. Luke said, yeah, mate, watch YouTube in bed now if she's watching Love Island. Well, luckily, me being single, I don't ever get that, the old Love Island thing. Zed said, pretty much completely different from the Arnie one. It was just really, really bad film. Yeah, that's one of them I would refuse to watch. There are certain remakes I refuse to watch, and that's one of them. Because certain films don't need remaking. I could never understood why they remade that. Richard said, I bought the Fog remake on the PSP thinking it was the original one. Never watched so much shit. That may have been what I did, Rich. But yeah, I had it on the PSP. But yeah. I watched it. It was fucking unwatchable. It was terrible. T2 said, very random, but worth a watch. Not seeing any slabs, though. Iron Man said, why do movies about prison always put disturbing bumming scenes in them? I don't know. Maybe scare us off prison, who knows? Urban says she always just wants to get tattoos. Proof that I ain't got none. Bing said, love Russell Crowe's black tattoo down his arm. I love that film regardless of it being a Nazi film. Yeah, neo-Nazi film. But yeah, it's, you know, they're still good films. You know what I mean? You know, I don't agree with the sort of Nazi element of them, but yeah, they're still good. They're good films, aren't they? But yeah, no, I've always liked Romper Stomper. Yeah, they're interesting. You know, those kind of films are very of their kind, aren't they? You know what I mean? They're not like other films. Where am I? Now I was laughing at Iron Man. Bristol, you right, mate? Just got the notice, did you? How long? What's that? 40 minutes late. T2 said, JBO, your channel's great, mate. JBO said, the original Fog scared the shit out of me. I still can't watch it now. JBO, Jim, the Fog and pretty much nearly all of John Carpenter's films, I fucking loved them. Yeah, I'm a really big fan of John Carpenter. I love his stuff. But yeah, the Fog's really good, isn't it? I really like that. It's very scary. Iron Man said Edward Norton is a great actor. Yeah. Went off the rails for a bit, didn't he? He's sort of back now. I think he's back a bit now, isn't he? But oh no, Edward Norton. I'm thinking the other one. Yeah, Edward Norton's the yeah. Actually, matey, in it. I was thinking the other Edward. Charles, you right, mate? Weapons Off said, I really like how the Fog is a classic ghost story. That's it, isn't it, then? Yeah. Very, you know, the audio commentary of the Fog's good as well. T2 said, JBO the Omen was the one that freaked me out as a kid. Then he said, The Magnificent 7 is a good film, though. I just think of it as a different film to your Brinner ones. Mind you, that was a remake as well. What was their remake of? The China, I don't know if it's Chinese, Japanese, whatever it would have been. Them something of. Okay, I get mixed up with that and call it fucking Fistful of Dollars is a remake of another film like that, isn't it? What was I going to say? Yeah, Magnificent 7 I've not watched. Seven Samurai, that's it. I'd seen it, Zed, and I just couldn't think. You know when you can't think? Yeah. What am I getting at? Magnificent 7's one of those I wouldn't watch. You reckon that's worth a watch, do you? And it made me think of another remake that I thought, no, I did watch. Urban Combat Books, unrelated, but Chopper was a hell of a film. Yeah, that's proper fucking decent. That is. I've got that. Love that. Yeah, Chopper's great. That's funny thing is, Zed, I was going to say you, Jimbo, but I wasn't sure. I have these things in my head, and after I know I won't say it. I'm probably fucking wrong. Chopper, I've read a couple of his books as well. What was the other? I did think of another remake that I have seen that I did think was good. Like occasionally there are some remakes, but there are some that I would refuse to watch. It is worth watching, is it, Zed? T2 said to Nell, still can't watch it to this day. Iron Man said, I know it's been said before, but Unforgiven, the great Western. Did Bar used to kill folks? Yeah, I love Unforgiven. I'll definitely do that for the film club eventually. Yeah, I love everything about that film. Bing said Cape Fear with Robert De Niro and Scarface with Al Pacino are great remakes. They are, yeah, they are. The Thing, yeah, well, yeah, The Thing is technically a remake, isn't it? Or sort of not, though, isn't it? But yeah. But that wasn't the one I was thinking of. It was something, when you said The Magnificent Seven, something popped into my head. So it made me wonder if it was Western. Can't think of any Western remakes. Yeah, Chopper, he died recently, didn't he? Did you watch his last interviews? That was quite interesting. But Cape Fear, weirdly enough, I was looking at some pictures today of the remake. But I like, yeah, Cape Fear. I like both the Cape Fears, the original one and the remake. I think they're as good as each other, actually. So because you can occasionally get a film that is as good as the original in a way. Yeah, I like the original Cape Fear. I don't think it needed remaking, but I think the remake. I'll tell you what it was. Then I've just remembered now. It wasn't Western. It was Death Wish, and that has been highly recommended to me. The remake of that by quite a few people. Yeah. Bristol said, "I like Charles Bronson, the mechanic." Would have cut. That's what probably got me in the end. Yeah, I've actually. This is the weird thing is I've got the no. Have I got the mechanic? I may have the mechanic, and I never watched it yet. But yeah, and there's a remake, Jason Statham. Dad said Django, but no, it wasn't that. Yeah, I've said now, haven't we? Iron Man Sparks said Chopper was a good old bloke. I would buy it. I would buy him. Yeah, so would I. He'd be a very interesting person to sit and talk to, wouldn't he? As I said, the Simpsons parody of Cape Fear is good as well. Yeah, it is. It is. With what's his name? The old fucking. I can't remember his name now. But I have seen them. Pete said, "Was Cowboys and Aliens an original?" I think so. I've got that on DVD. I thought that was all right. Kelsey Grammer playing the character, and I can't remember the fucking Sideshow Bob in it. That's it. Luke said to Dumble Boo, seen a blank firing MP40. I've seen your blank firing MP40 video. Still unclear on the laws of blank firing guns. Got any info, mate, or a website I could go to? I'm that smart to stop moaning. Put one in the brain then. Sideshow Bob, that's it. Dude, I bet no one here has seen the film Even Lambs Have Teeth. I really enjoyed that. Justice served on the captors. No, I've not seen that. Is that good then? Is it, TJ? I don't think I've even heard of that. But saying that does ring a bell. It's fucking hot tonight, isn't it? I don't know about where you lot are, but let me have a look. No, that's not that old then. It's reasonably new. Yeah, I'll check that out then. 2015. No, I suppose I hadn't come across that. It looks quite good. I quite often search for things like hidden horror gems, or like good horrors you haven't heard of, stuff like that. Because there are quite a few horrors in that go by the wayside that you don't, if they don't make a lot of money, you don't hear of them. Being said, Silent to the Lambs remake, it didn't look like one, I'll tell you. The picture I just saw was two blondes covered in blood. And by him saying about captors, maybe someone, don't spoil it though, T2, because I watched that one day. Now, based on a book, was it, Zed? You know what? I still ended up getting it down. He said, "Does your shotgun cock now, Mike? If so, cock it and say, get off my land." You know what? I still haven't even bothered. Just been too fucking lazy. Can't be asked. You never know, that might work now. No. Something's moved in there. There's pins that are loose. But I'll be able to do it eventually. Better leave that down now because you're going to need a wipe. But now, to be honest, I haven't bothered with it. I'll do it now. I'll leave it down, and after this, I'll fix it. T2 to stumble across it on YouTube. It wasn't too bad. Yeah, the blondes are well fit. JBO says, for crap horrors, got to be Nightmare on Elm Street. It's a bit jumpy, but not really scary. I understand what you mean there, Jim. I'll tell you what, though, I really enjoy the Nightmare on Elm Street. So I find them quite original because of the element of the dream stuff. You can do pretty much anything in them, can't you? Yeah, I like the. I wish they'd do more Nightmare on Elm Street, like the old ones. Where am I? Jump Sabu said to Luke, blank fires can't be front venting to be UK legal. And to buy realistic coloured ones, you must be a member of a reenactment group, and a regular airsoft group member. Richard said Red Dragon is a remake of Manhunter. Yeah, I love Manhunter, one of my favourite films. I'll definitely do a film club on that. I may even see if I can find a window to jump through for that one. I fucking love that scene. I'll have to recreate it with some fucking plastic or something, but I'd love to do that scene. Where am I? But Red Dragon, I couldn't get into it as much. I did like it, but not quite. I didn't think it was. It was all right, but I thought the end was boring. Being so, tell you what director I do love, and every film he's done I've loved, and that's Quentin Tarantino. I'm quite a fan of Quentin Tarantino. I know there's quite a few people here who aren't. Yeah, I quite a few. That's it, Pete. Jump through clean. That'd be what I'm going to do. Yeah, there's quite a few Quentin Tarantino films that I really love. Kill Bill and that. Hateful Eight, Reservoir Dogs, Pulp Fiction. Yeah. Just now said Tommy Knockers shit me up. Yeah, that's quite. I don't mind that. That's quite good. I've got up there's my old Stephen King collection. Yeah. Bristol said, I think it's the giggling pin in that pump action, which is faulty. I'll look into it. When I first got it, it did it, and then I managed to do it. But I keep forgetting what I'm saying. And then it was all right for years, and that's done it again. So once I remember what it was that did it, I'll be able to sort it. It's not a big deal. I imagine cornflakes or porridge. Probably cornflakes, I reckon. JBO said, to be fair, they were brilliant for the time. That and the Jason Voorhees. That's it. That's it. I'll tell you why I like them, Jim. I like because they're they're very unusual with the murders and the deaths in the Nightmare on Elm Street. But yeah, some of them are terrible. And I'll tell you what, I've got every single Friday the 13th film as well. There's quite a few of those are fucking terrible. But I like them and I watched them. They're, you know, not like my favourite films, but yeah, I've got the whole series of both of them and the Halloweens. But yeah, I must admit, sometimes when I watch some of the early Friday the 13th, I do think to myself, I don't know how this carried on for so many fucking films. Because I would have fucking ended it if it was me. But I think they did. Halfway through, there's like Friday the 13th Part 4, the end. And then they bring it back again. The final Friday and shit like that. And Jason's dead. And Nell said porridge every day, oh man. Pete said, yeah, jump through Clingford. That's what it'd be, Pete. Yeah, definitely. Iron Man said a freaky movie, It Follows, very original. That was, wasn't it, Iron Man? I think I recommended that to you, didn't I? But fucking decent, that, wasn't it? JBO said, what was your favourite Freddy film? You know what? I'm not 100% sure, Jim. It might be the first one. I like the first one. I like the third one. And then I like the fourth and fifth one. The second one's the one I've never liked that one because it's weird. Oh man said, say something Italian, Mike. All I know is Giorgio Armani. Same as me, mate. Spaghetti bolognese. Parmesan cheese. How's that? Fuck's sake. Where am I? Weapons I've said his PC crashed again. Bing said that's the mental film Jason in Space and some shit. Jesus, that one was bad. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that was Friday the 13th Part 10. I quite like Friday the 13th Part 8. My favourite Friday the 13th is Jason Takes Manhattan, which I think is Friday the 13th Part 8, where it's on the boat and then in the sewers of New York or Manhattan, whatever. Fuck it, that's a good one, that is. What I like, I have a thing about those films. I'll tell you why I like them. I like a lot of horrors that was made in the 80s because I like the 80s music. I like the 80s clothes and all that. You know, I have a thing about 80s films for some reason. I just like them. Tagula Telly, Nell. Look, we can talk Italian. Pete said, I don't think Texas Chainsaw is that appealing to me. The first one's all right. It's nothing special, but it was quite different in its time, if you know what I mean. But the second one and the third one, I think they're terrible. And the remakes, I watched one of them, and I just thought they was just like ordinary horrors sort of thing. Bristol said Mike is giggling. Pin is the same category as a skyhook. Ah, fuck's sake. Well, I thought you never know. It might have been a fucking might be something I hadn't heard of. Oh yeah, tartan paint and all that. Yeah, skirting board ladder. Fuck's sake. It did sound a bit weird to me. I just went with it. When I've said night, hopefully it behaves wrong. All right, Liam, see you tomorrow, mate. And he said, oh my god, they killed Jason again and again and again. All right, where am I? Nell said, yes, Jason was my favourite. Yeah, there's quite a few. There's some of the early ones, as I said, are crap, but the later ones, yeah, I really like them. Dude, it's fucking boiling here. I'm actually sweating a bit now. Puppet Master Riggs. I've still not got. I think I have seen. I don't know. I'll have to look for my DVDs. Where's my fucking I'll tell you what I've got that I always get mixed up with that. The Ghoulies and Ghoulies 2. Yeah, Ghoulies and Ghoulies 2. Or Ghoulies and Ghoulies 2, however you'd say it. Yeah, I always get that mixed up with Puppet Master. I'm massive Freddy as a pussy. If he came in my dreams, I'll spank you. Teachers, I think Tarantino did really well writing Dusk Till Dawn. Yeah, that was good, wasn't it? Because he wrote that, didn't he? And Robert Rodriguez directed it, didn't he? That's a good film. Robert Rodriguez is quite good. He's gone into some strange films now. He does some kids films as well, doesn't he? But if you not ever heard of a thing, if you like Robert Rodriguez and Quentin Tarantino, have you seen the film Four Rooms? Four Rooms has 4 different stories from 4 different directors. And 2 of them, one is done by Robert Rodriguez, and one of them is done by Quentin Tarantino. Their 2 stories in that film are fucking hilarious. They're really good. Yeah, if you've never seen Four Rooms, that's well worth watching. I'll do that in the film club. Some people saying good night to Liam. JBO said prefer the hills have eyes to text. You know what, JBO? I don't think I've ever seen the original one of that. That's Wes Craven, isn't it? That was laughing at Iron Man. Did I think possibly the worst horror film was Jeepers Creepers? It bored me, to be honest. I didn't think that was terrible. Zed. Not amazing, but I didn't think it was terrible. The second one, though. Oh, no, saying that there are bits of Jeepers Creepers that are boring, actually, yeah. Later on in it, I found. Bing said to T2, have you tried from Dusk Till Dawn series? It's quite good. Second series is Danny Trejo. Oh, nice. Yeah, I've wanted to watch that, but I've never got around to it. 2 Ghoulies, that's it. No. You ever seen Ghoulies then and Ghoulies 2? That's weird little monster things. Iron Man said the new Rambo looks good. Yeah, I thought that looked quite good. We'll definitely watch that. JBO said to T2, has that got the guy from Machete in it about the vampires? That's it. That's what he was saying. Or someone was saying about, yeah, Bing was saying about Danny Trejo. That's it. Yeah, Machete. Bing said that's the film Robert Rodriguez and Quentin in, Planet Terror. Yeah, that's not one of my favourite films, actually, but I do like that a lot. Yeah, Planet Terror is very good. And that was a bit of like a tribute to these 1980s horrors, wasn't it? And the B movies and the, I can't remember what they call them. There's a name for it. Can't think what it's called now. It was even what that was fucking called. Grindhouse films. But yeah, Planet Terror and Death Proof, I really enjoyed both of them. Although Death Proof, I didn't really like the end of it. But right up until it goes weird, Death Proof is one of my favourite films till it goes weird and they change the roles. And then it goes a bit shit. But yeah. See you later, Rich. Good night, mate. I don't say it's a long story, but Saturday Night Fever gives me shivers of horror. So I actually really like Jeepers Creepers. King Gang Ghoulies, that's it, Pete. Reek said Rambo's that. If you actually meant that, I'd have to come and check out you was alright. Yeah. If Jumbo Sabu don't know who Rambo is, he's gone senile. Right, where are we? Iron Man Spartan said, Mike, please grow an 80s mullet and wear a jean jacket. Never, mate. Probably had a mullet as a little fucking kid, but Pete says, probably said, but you look good in the wedding pictures. Thank you, Pete. I appreciate that. Yes, I know some of you did see them in the thing, didn't you? Yeah, I thought I'd share that, as I thought some of you quite like that. Not different. I've never looked that smart in my entire life. A lot of you didn't notice in the stream I did just before that wedding. I actually had the boxes for the top hats on the sofa, and the suit was up there, but no one noticed it. You know, it was covered up in a black cover, but instead of the grey cover, there was a black cover, but no one noticed. I thought someone was going to ask, and I would have mentioned it. Nell said, "Gooly, King Gang Ghoulie." That's it. Fuck's sake. You lot never heard of the Ghoulies then? I'm going to have to get it down and show you. Better not be too high for me if I can grab. Bit fucking dusty. Oh, get back up there again. Look at this if you've never seen it. Fucking hell, it's hot, man. Right, where am I? Bing said wrong turn 1 and 2. Right, after that they get a bit of a wrong turn. I'm not sure if that's the one I may have seen them, Bing. I'm not sure. JBO said Iron Man. They made new Rambos, don't look fucked in the last one. T2 said Jeepers Creepers had the potential to be the ultimate horror film, but in my opinion, let itself down as the film near the end. They could have done some good sequels as well. I know they have done a third one, haven't they now? But yeah, the third one didn't carry on from the second one, and the second one left on a cliffhanger, perfectly ready for, you know, it would have had Ray Wise in it and everything. On that spot said JBO, he was taken out of the retirement home for this one. Ming said, yeah, Mike, looked really sharp in the suit. You and your brother looked identical. Funny thing is, there was quite a few people there getting us mixed up, and I get that a lot anyway, but I appreciate that, mate. Cheers. Family said, hiding from me. Change to Tuesday, huh? How you doing? You guys looked great for your sister one. Thank you, Sam. I appreciate that. Yeah, I don't know. I keep doing random streams lately. Well, normally I'm playing a computer game, and I've already played it today, so I thought, fuck it, I'll come on here. Good to see you on, Sam. Iron Man said, Mike, do a Rambo tribute. Rambo will be on the film club one day, definitely. Irishman, you right, mate? You know, I don't like horrors, but I remember thinking Jeepers Creepers was good. I can't remember the ending. I won't give it away. Now said to Irishman, you'll have to watch it again now. That's it now, isn't it? JBO said to Iron Man, Rambo 6, Rambo versus the care home nurses. Dun, dun, dun. Iron Man said, Mike, who would win in a fight, Rambo and Rocky? Rambo, mate. Rambo, definitely. Don't you reckon? I do. Yeah, I reckon Rambo would have Rocky and like fucking, you know, he'd just fucking stab him. Stab him with a survival knife, wouldn't he? Or shoot him with a bow. I reckon Rambo would win any day. Either way. Zed said, oh well, got to go. Got to get up early tomorrow. Good night. See you later, Zed. Good to see you on, mate. Yeah, it's a bit of a weird doing a weekday one. I suppose some people got to get up, haven't they? Whereas at least on the weekend, it's the weekend the next day, isn't it? So yeah, I'll be back on. I'm back to normal Fridays and Saturdays now. By the way, anyone who wonders. Yeah, I was thinking there was something else I'd like to say. I'm not going off, by the way, but unless I start hearing people go to bed, then I might have to. But Iron Man said, "Yeah, Rambo, sit in it." I think that's a given, that one, isn't it? Bristol said, "Do you ever click on police activity on YouTube? It shows the police shootouts." And yeah, no, I've never. I'll tell you what I do like doing though. Or I did in the old days. It just made me think. The old scanners used to be really fucking interesting. I know you can't listen to the police anymore, but you can get these things on your phone now that pick up the American police. I don't know if it's real or just recorded stuff, but you know what I mean. But yeah, but I do. Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, that would be very interesting to see. Debut said to Nell would be a short film when they confiscate his bow and his knife and put him back in bed for his afternoon nap. Fuck's sake, imagine. Well, I must admit, I think he does look old now, but he looks good for his age. Because how old is Sylvester Stallone? He's in his 70s, isn't he? T2 said The Frighteners was a humorous film back in the 90s. My missus even laughed, and that's rare. Yeah, that's Peter Jackson, isn't it? Who directed that. I'm a big fan of Peter Jackson. I don't actually have The Frighteners on DVD though. But yeah, that's a very good film. Michael J. Fox in it, just before, I think that might have been his last film before he started getting his old, whatever it is, Parkinson's, is it? Sam said those scanners are real, Mike, at least the ones in Phoenix areas. Oh, nice. I always wondered, Sam, I wasn't sure, yeah. On my phone, I can get a thing that picks up the American police networks, and I just wondered if it was, it's still interesting to hear. But yeah, we've still got scanners here. We've got a handheld scanner and a big scanner, tabletop scanner. Yeah, we quite often used to listen to the police on that, and I think that you stopped being able to listen to the police. You could get like one. I could hear one in like London, I think, or near there. That was years ago. I'll have to get it out one day and give it a go. So, I don't know. I wouldn't mind doing it for a video, but I don't know if you'd be allowed to. Iron Man said Rambo in a nappy with a plastic knife in his car and back to bed, John. Jumble Sabu said, yeah, you could hear one half of the conversation on UHF and FM radio. Or they converted to Tetra. Very interesting, though. Being said, bit before my time, but I remember them, the old CB radios. I walked past the bloke's house, and he had one going mental with chat. Must be making a comeback. Yeah, they're very interesting. But we used to be the last time I listened to our scanner, this was years ago, though, you could still get taxi drivers, anyone talking on walkie-talkies, airport stuff, and I'm pretty sure I could hear audio from in a old folks home, so I don't know if that was picking up. Oh, and I've also heard the audio from a TV studio. Yeah, it's very interesting. It's like eavesdropping in it, sort of thing. But especially the police stuff, that was really interesting. Especially when you hear your mates getting arrested. Well, my mum used to listen to it, and then if she heard the police coming up our way, ring me up on my phone and tell me. Irishman said, does anyone remember the movie Asylum, an old horror from the 70s with 4 or 5 stories? I'm not sure if I've seen that. That rings a bell, though, Irishman. JBO said, I love the drill sergeant on the Frighteners. Sam said, I'd probably trust the local scanners over an app that gives you multiple cities. Pick a decent-sized city and find a local one for it. Double Sabu, yeah, Tandy used to sell them scanners. JBO said, did you hear anything about John from the care home? Fuck's sake. I'll tell you what, all I can remember when listening to this thing was some old granny keep getting offered tea, or someone going around offering a load of old granny's tea. But yeah, there was no John telling him he's got to give his survival knife up and get back in bed. Being said, got to have a really good antenna. If you hook it up to your roof or your attic, you pick up loads of channels. I've still got in my box under my bed a book I wrote out of all the channels and how to set the thing up if I ever get it out again. Sabu said he remembers the asylum. Bristol said, I had a scanner that used to pick up phone calls and emergency services. Now everything's digital. Oh, yeah, that's the other thing. I forgot about that. Ambulances and fire brigade, but for some reason, I never found those interesting. Police was always the one you wanted. Iron Man said I could have been someone. I could have been a contender. That's Marlon Brando film, isn't it? I've never actually seen that. I can't. What is that one, Iron Man? Can't remember what that's called. On the Waterfront, or is that something else? Luke said, good chatting tonight. Catch you all later. See you later, Luke. Cheers for joining in, mate. Irishman, I used to listen to the police here on my scanner. You can't get them anymore. Stuff you hear never makes the news. What was I going to say? But yeah, the scanners, I used to, yeah, very interesting thing to listen to. I thought that saying was black and white film in the back of a car, possibly of Marlon Brando. But I may be wrong. Maybe Raging Bull, as Sam says. Can't remember. T2 said, yeah, I do remember it. Yeah, I remember Asylum. Oh shit, again, maybe a year ago. And Sabu said, I remember back in 1990, a police car in front of me's radio conversation bleeding over a car tape player, not radio, but tape player. Powerful shit, mate. That's weird, isn't it? Might have to dig ours out soon. See if I find the fucking aerial again. I don't know where that'd be now. I think that's in the shed. Donna, you right? I'll be off about another 20 minutes unless I hear people go to bed. Good to see you on. I'm man, Spartan made it. Made it, Mum, top of the world. Yeah, that's another one. I know that quote, but I don't know what it's from. But there are some old classics that I do want to see. Right, Peach? Right, oh, you're BRB, yeah. All right, see you in a minute. I've put some new merchandise on. Have you seen it, Iron Man? I've put the fucking Everyone Loves a Bit of Bottom shirts on now. I want to see you wearing one soon. Do I like philosophy? Yeah, I suppose I do. I don't know. There are different philosophies, aren't there? But yeah, I suppose so. Interesting thing to read about, different philosophies on things, if that's what you mean. Yeah. Number Sabu said that was in a Mark III Escort. I think the radio was an audio line, but yeah, bled over my tape player. It's only a few feet behind her. That's quite weird, isn't it? Quite bizarre. Sam said on the waterfront. I looked it up. Could have been a contender. Yeah, I've never actually seen that, Sam, but that's what I thought it was, because it's one of those things I want to see. That's supposed to be quite a classic. And Rebel Without a Cause. I've never seen that either, but again, something I want to see. Decent. I remember Hammer House Horror. Yeah. Liam would have had a good chat with you about that if he was on. I think quite a few people in this chat have the old Hammer House Horror stuff. Didn't they start doing films again recently, Hammer? My man said, I've checked them shirts out, man. I've put them on, so I'm only getting like £1 profit. So they're the absolute lowest price I could physically do. But yeah. The back is slightly different to the front. Yes, T2. Often seen a boob or two. But, the good thing with that Teespring, even if no one buys any of it, it doesn't really matter. It don't cost me anything. So, you know what I mean? Sam should have a Rebel Without a Cause movie poster hanging in my living room. No, nice one, Sam. But yeah, that's one of those. I've never, ever got around to watching it yet. There are some films I want to see, and I will watch one day, just ain't got around to it. And there's some book I want to read some of the classic books as well. So, must see films and must read books. I ain't got round to reading any of the must read books yet though. Too busy fucking. I only ever read Stephen King books. That's just water before anyone else. So no one had ever seen that then. I'll be honest with you. I can't actually remember what happens in either of them. It looks like little monsters coming out of the toilet. Oh, man, Phil, I want you to become rich from them, mate. You deserve it. The amount of hours of YouTube you've dedicated. Thank you, Iron Man. I appreciate that. Yeah, if only I was still monetized. Number Sabu said Jack Gill had a lot to do with the TV shows of Hammer. He was also involved in the Porridge movie. Sam's in my favourite book, Huck Finn and Tom Sawyer. I never read those, but those would be one of the sort of classics that everyone should read. Stuff like that, and Moby Dick, and You know, the sort of classics. ABO said to Iron Man, are you a fan of Sun Tzu? I don't know how you say that, but Sun Tzu. I know about it though. Now said you should all get the bottom t-shirts for the competition. That'd be good actually, wouldn't it? Yeah, make them all wear them for the shooting competition. I'm asked back to JBR. I know very little, but he wrote The Art of War. I have a bunch of the classics, all in leather bound. I collect them. Oh, nice one, Sam. Yeah, sounds really good. But yeah, I used to speak to Daryl about it, and he has read some of the sort of classics. After we spoke about it, I never got around to it. But I will do one day because it'd be, you know, it's nice to be able to say you've read some of the, you know, sort of classic books, isn't it? If I can read the fucking Stand and I can read fucking anything because they're fucking about that fucking fat, tiny little writing. Oh, you have seen Ghoulies then, have you? T2. Yeah, I'll be honest with you, I can't even remember what even happens in them. But I have seen them. I'm Mouse Barton said I'll write a book one day called The Art of Drinking Beer. Yeah, I'll read it. I'm gonna write a book one day. I did start writing it, and he said reading it then. Yeah, but I have still got. I wrote quite a fucking lot as well. I must have been getting on for like 10,000 or more words into a fucking book. You know what I mean? There's a lot. I'd written about 100 pages or something. Yeah, I don't know, but there was a lot. I had written a lot of it, like a life story type thing. And then I start thinking, oh, I don't know if this is a good idea. So I put it away for a bit. Sammy said, if you're an e-reader, you can find most of the classics for free on PDF. That's a good point, actually. Yeah, I'd never really thought about that, but of course, yeah, you could easily get them like that, couldn't you? Nell's laughing at Iron Man, so she'll collaborate with him. JBO said, well worth reading Lord of the Rings. That's something I would like to read. Jim, actually, yeah. Lord of the Rings. I'll tell you what I've got on my computer as well. I've got the original animated Lord of the Rings as well. I've not watched them since I was a kid, but I remember finding them quite scary. Slingshot Warrior, you're right, mate. I'll be on for about another 10 minutes. But yeah, Lord of the Rings, definitely. I would like to read those. Sam said I was going to write a book on masturbation, but the pages get sticking together. I'd say. You know, that's right. I said, he said to now you're welcome. So Nell and I, man, we'd be right there, book on boozing. Well, I could join it because that's what most of my book would be about. Just past boozing. I think you're really late to the party, you are, mate. What you been at today, then, Slingshot? Anything? Will said, are you on tomorrow, Mike? Typical luck of mine to catch the end. All right, Will, by the way. Chances are not, Will, because I might do a normal video tomorrow. So I might not be back on till Friday now, if I'm in all honesty. I don't like to stream too often. It can get a bit much if you start having like annoying streams, which I'll be honest, I haven't had an annoying stream since I bought it up. Yeah, but you know what I mean. They can sometimes get too much. But I'll be honest with you, Will. I don't reckon I'll be on tomorrow. But I will be Friday and then Saturday. Being said, the original Hobbit book is worth a lot of money. The Lord of the Rings was originally a cartoon before the live-action film. You can watch them on YouTube. Yeah, I've got. I think I've got the first one, the second one being downloaded. I think I've got a nice HD version of them. Iron Man said, Mike, have you ever been so drunk you dream about ice cold fruit drinks and wake up dehydrated? Desert mouth. All the fucking time, mate. Not that exact thing, but yeah. This fucking this Sunday, I was so hungover that I don't think I pissed all day, and not because I didn't want to piss. It's just every bit of water I was drinking was staying in my body. But that was also because the fucking the day that we went out for the wedding was that day. It was the hottest day of the year so far, hotter than fucking Sahara Desert or something. Ryan, you alright, mate? Yeah, I'm alright. Thanks for asking. You alright? Will said that's fair enough, mate. Yeah, I just thought I'd be honest with you. To be honest, I wouldn't mind doing more streams, but they can get a bit too much after a while, I find. Because that's why I don't do so many now. Yeah, or so long. Slingshot said, I've been worried dealing with personal problems. All right, you're all right, mate. Tubes blocked my... No, I don't think it's blocked tubes. I think it's just pure dehydration. That it's just all because, you know, I'm pissing fine now. Now, whenever I get pissed, I get so dehydrated that I may do like, well, when I probably did piss a couple of times, but like little dribbly fucking pisses. But purely because all of that liquid's just staying in me. Just need, you know, it's going to the parts of my body where it needs it. I think that's why I have such bad hangovers. Although saying that wasn't a terrible hangover, that one. But yeah, I barely pissed all fucking day. Down to Slingshot, don't worry. We all grow hair in funny places at some point. Joke, mate. I hope all is well. Yeah, I hope you're all right, Slingshot. Dribbly bastard yellow pisses. They're actually fluorescent yellow pisses, or nearly orange, Iron Man. When when your piss is nearly orange, you know you're dehydrated. T2 to Slingshot Airport is okay. Right, where am I? No, it's all right, Slingshot. I think that's a misunderstanding there. I think he was saying about because I was on about going to the toilet. I think he was on about tubes blocked, my tubes being blocked, not tubes has blocked him. I know tubes. Why did he block you? He's a very nice child. No, I think you're mixing something up there. It's all right. I don't think he means that. Nell said to Iron Man, I'd wake up with a soggy pillow after I had a drink. And the Queen's always playing. Oh, and Queen always playing. I like to listen to music when I'm having a drink with earphones on. No, I don't do a Iron Man. Blast it up, make everyone listen to it. Suppose you don't get bloody complaints, mate. Crack me up. Irishman said, when you're dehydrated, you can't stream. That's it. Because I can't get out of bed half the time. I accidentally injured a customer on the job. Ah, fucking hell. That's a shame. That's a pity, Slingshot. Ryan said it's when your piss glows in the dark that you have to worry. Yeah. Duran, yeah, I like it, Duran, and Tears for Fears, lots of 80s stuff. Oh, man. I'll sit there all night till I fall asleep drinking fucking vodka. After I've got in. That's the best bit of the night for me. Have a night out and then come home and listen to music the rest of the night. Sam said, Mike, after a good drink, you wake up in a tent, pants down, arse in the air. And a finger, and a what? And a pot of Vaseline next to you. Do you tell anyone? I know this one. Yes, I do. Spoiled it for you. No, our version of that, Sam, used to be well, similar thing. Because if you say no, I won't tell anyone, you then ask them. If you say no, I won't tell anyone, you then ask them if they want to come to a party. Yeah, I want to go camping. They are. No, I knew that one, Sam. There is a version of that we do. Slingshot said I really feel bad about it too. Iron Man said my neighbour scratched my floorboards. Yeah, I've done that joke myself, Sam, so you didn't catch me with that one. No, I don't know what to say, Slingshot. Well, I don't know. I suppose you'll just have to let them know that you're sorry if you can, and see what happens. And if everyone knows you're sincere and all that, and it's genuine mistake and that, I'm pretty sure most people would be able to understand that, wouldn't they? You still got your job and all that, or you don't have to say if you don't want to. By the way, yeah, we do go from one tangent to another, don't we? Serious joke about getting bummed, and then being serious with Slingshot about his injuring something like that. Fuck's sake. Oh, you still have it, do you? That's all right. Iron Man says, Slingshot, stay strong. My friend, God's in with you, brother. Yeah, I'll be off in a minute. I've got 2 more minutes and I'll have to go off. I'll have a normal video on tomorrow. I don't know what of though. I may do something in the shed tomorrow. I have to see what I've got. See what I've got to do. I've got a little list here. But yeah, our version of your joke, Sam, was if you got drunk at a party and got bummed, would you tell anyone? And then if they say no, you then say, do you want to come to a party? So I knew, as soon as I read it, I knew that. Sam said, have a good one, Mike. See you Friday. Things said there was a knife channel called Tubes. Great guy. Yeah, that was just a bit of a misunderstanding, that one, but that's all good. Slingshot, don't have to worry about that one. Nell said to Slingshot, whatever it is, don't make yourself bad about it. Yeah, good bit of advice from Nell there. Ryan said, Mike, have a good one, bro. I'm off. See you later, Ryan. Yeah, I'm going to go off in a second. I might watch a film. Tim said, nice one, Mike. See you all Friday. Take care. Yeah, I'll be on Friday then. Normal time, 9 till 11 or whatever, or maybe a bit later. I thought I could watch a film. I don't know. Being said, back now to check the garden. I thought someone was in the back garden. And there wasn't then. That's what you would have said, wouldn't you, if there was? I hate it when, you think there's someone fucking lurking about. That's the handy thing with some good torches. You can get these fuckers right, right down the garden. Video basically come just on as I'm going off. In fact, I should have gone by now. Debio said to Slingshot, whatever happens, mate, stay strong. Try not to feel too bad about it. T2 said also said my thoughts are with your Slingshot. Hope it works out. Iron Man said great stream. Cheers, ladies and gentlemen. Now said back Friday in all wearing bottom t-shirts. I hope so. I've got to get one for myself. William said just watch the new John English. Worth a watch if you can. Nice. I'll probably watch something I've already got. I don't know what I've got. Slingshot said you're right. That's what will happen. David enjoyed the video with the builder's hat, Mike. They can take a surprising amount done. Yeah, it surprised me actually. Yeah, they can, can't they? I know people say, you could hit them in the front and the back, but that's not really the point. It's the point that if that was all you had, it would be better than nothing, wouldn't it? But yeah. But yeah, Urban says it's been emotional, lads. Right, I'll see you all Friday, about 9 o'clock. Bing said, where I live, there's on and off high levels of theft every day. Someone has a bicycle or a motorbike. So, fuck's that. Yeah, worth having a look then, isn't it? See you later now. Like Ghoulie Ghoulies. See you later, Jim, Bristol, Nell, Urban Combat Boots, Video Base, JBO, Slingshot, William, Iron Man, T2, Bing, Tim, Slingshot, Ryan. So I've gone through all the names for ages. And everyone else is on. Sam. See you all later. Good night. I'll see you Friday. See you later, T2. So my mate did a bad thing when he was taking an alcoholic woman camping for a night. The cart can be used as a weapon. A cart can be used as a weapon. Right. We'll have to speak about this Friday. See you later. I better go off. Good night, everyone. See you later.